This is the Vial feeding machine, and this feeding machine is under class 100 laminar airflow, and this machine is used for the injection vials. Because this machine is under construction now, so I just introduce this machine briefly. And after the machine is complete, and we will take the photo and the video and show you again. Okay, and first, this is the loading tray, and we load the vial from the plastic tray, and then we use this pushing bar to feed the vial from the loading tray to turntable. Okay, so the vial will load from here and to this moving conveyor. And this moving conveyor will move the vial here, move from forward and come back again. The next one and forward, come back again. So the first station is the biochecking sensor. So if we check, we found this is the vial present, then the machine start the purging nitrogen and then feeding. After feeding, we will purging the nitrogen again. So we have a feeding nitrogen purge and after feeding nitrogen purge. So this is the bottleneck corrector. So we can use this to make sure every time the feeding is okay. And then you can see there is a hole here. This is the metal tornadoes load cell, and it will weigh the vial before feeding and after feeding, and the computer will calculate the feeding weight automatically. If the feeding weight does not enough, and it will reject at the back side and the last station. So after feeding, we go to the next station is for the plugging. So the vial will come to here, and then this robot arm will come from here to here, and like 90 degrees running, and we have a vibrating ball here, and here is a feeding tank, and we use the Washington model 505L the peristaltic pump with the servo motor, so we can ensure the feeding accuracy is like 0.1 ml is okay. So you can see the plug feeding station is made by stainless steel, so you can take it out and for autoclave, so it's very perfect for the sterile application. So then the vial come to here, and this is the vacuum, so we will put the plug by vacuum. So the plug will put here, okay, in this station. And after the plug is put into the vial, then we go to here and to check whether the vial is have the plug or not. If there is no plug, and this vial will reject it and reject at the last station. And this one is the separation wall, because during the vial is cleaning, and there's maybe some like some small pieces aluminum cap going out. So we make the separation plate, like separation wall, to make sure there's no the small pieces coming from the sealing area to feeding area. Okay, so from this side, and this is another robot picking up on, and here is one more vibrator here. So the vibrator will supply the cap, free cap here, and this robot arm will pick up the cap to this station, and this corrector will make the vial standing firmly, and then we put on the cap at this station. Okay, and this station is for the cap sealing station. Before the cap sealing, there is one like a sensor to check whether there is the cap or not. If there is no cap, and the buyer will reject to this after at the last station. If there is a cap, so we go to here, and this is the sealing blade. So the buyer will be sealed by this blade, and this is the rotating disc. So the buyer will be rotating, and then the sealing blade will make the buyer sealed here. And after the buyer is filling, plugging, and sealed, and we will go from this side and to discharge the buyer. And this is the tray, so the buyer can go up to the tray, and then collect it into the tray. And after the tray is finished, and then we can take here for labeling or the boxing or some cartooning, like further process. Okay, so this is the full filling machine, and this is suitable for the 10 ml, 20 ml, 50 and 100 ml buyer, because our basement will go up and down for the adjusting according to the buyer height. Okay, and all the sensor we will use the optical fiber, so it's very small, and we can maintain the cleanness in the feeding area, production area. Okay, this is another features for this machine, and all this machine we are using the Siemens. And Siemens like CPU, PLC, and the Siemens servo drive, and the Siemens inverter, as well as the Siemens IPC here, because it's very expensive, so we take it away. Okay, so and we use the banner for the safety control. So with this safety relay, and when every door is open or like close, the machine will stop, and to ensure the people operator working here is safe. Okay, and the top side is the HEPA filter. It's not installed yet, and we can change the HEPA filter from the button and the inside as well. So it's very easy to change and easy to like install the HEPA filter. Okay, so this is the feeding machines introduction, and the control system. The system is comply with the 21st CFR Part 11 regulation, and there is data inside, so we can store all the production data in the IPC, and if you want to update the data to your data server, it can be okay, and we can like make the link to connect with your data server and upload all our production parameters and informations onto your data server, and you can know the state of the machine. It's like industrial 4.0, like regulations. Okay, so this is the introduction of this biofeeding machine, and looking forward to see this machine is finished and start production, and then we can have the better videos for this machine. Okay.